Hello, and thank you all for joining me on Americans Learn. My name is Lauren, and today I'm looking at a new channel. Well, it's not a new channel, it's new to me, called Casually Explained. This time we're looking at cooking. I'm really not sure what to expect. It looked like there was some fun animation, and we're going to learn about the difference between garbage cooking and artful cooking, I believe. Uh, I don't know. I am fascinated though, so I hope that we'd actually do learn something here. I don't really want to waste any more time, so without any further ado, let us begin.
Meow. This video is sponsored by ExpressVPN. Now, there are plenty of ways you can get inspired to cook, whether it be you're looking to impress a girl, you're looking to impress a guy, or your mom's out, and this was the first search result. Nevertheless, the first step of your cooking journey is always the same: watching Gordon Ramsay make a beef Wellington, and then going online and finding a recipe well beyond your skill level.
Oh yes,
now,
that's
after you've learned your
definitely
lesson the hard way, it's time to pick something more manageable. A lot of people get stressed
like
out.
that's how you know this is old. That scallops thing times two, $32 or whatever, or how much did they say it was? $32.99. It's like I went out. I mean, I'm not sure exactly how much scallops are, but good seafood, if you want to get it fresh, depending on where you live, is so expensive. I made a crab dip and it was amazing, thank you. But each thing of crab, I spent like $90 on 2 half-pound like containers of real crab. It was ridiculous.
Trying to read a recipe, but it should be pretty easy if you take it one step at a time. In general, I find the only part of a recipe that's hard to follow is the part where it says serves to. Nevertheless, whenever you're cooking something, the first thing you have to do is buy your ingredients, bring them home, set them on the countertop, and organize them before you start cooking. This step is called mise en place, which is French for forgetting half the shit you need.
Yep, that's true. Okay, I'm really glad that this is actually how you get started cooking. I wasn't expecting it to be so step by step.
In this situation, I like to make an adaptation to the recipe by taking a look at all the ingredients I don't have, seeing exactly where the author uses them in the recipe, and then I cross them out. Now, when you're cutting your ingredients, having a sharp knife is very important because it lets you cut things faster and more easily, thus creating the illusion of competence. To keep your knife sharp, make sure you run the knife up and down a honing rod every time before you cook. This won't do anything on account of your poor technique, but it does make a cool sound. Furthermore, if you do have a date, nothing turns a woman on more than being alone in a room with a man sharpening a 10-inch kitchen knife. So now that all your ingredients are chopped and neatly placed in bowls around your cutting board, make sure you take a quick picture for Instagram so your friends think your life is going better than it actually is.
Yep.
Now, every dish is cooked differently, so make sure you cover the smoke detector with saran wrap and follow the recipe closely. While I'm waiting for thermal radiation to do its work, I like to reward my hard work by ignoring the mess I've made and having a glass of wine. In the restaurant industry, this is called a coping mechanism, and all professional chefs do this after their shift.
Or sometimes with whiskey or share. You know, everyone's got their own little coping mechanism in the restaurant industry.
The final part of cooking your meal is plating, which is how your dish will be presented. And this is pretty straightforward. Amateurs put each ingredient beside each other with the sauce on top, but professionals put each ingredient on top of each other with the sauce on the side. So once you put your chicken tenders on top of the fries, it's time to reflect on everything you did wrong. Maybe
that does, you know what, kind of explain. Oh, you know what? No, I was about to think, like, every plate pictures always look very nice. I use every plate a lot of the time. But they want you to do the actual garbage version of it. They don't put everything on top of each other with the sauce on the side. Although that is how we serve the octopus at my restaurant that I work at. What? We do it artfully at my restaurant? I wouldn't even consider that. But yeah, that's how we do it. We like have the octopus on top of like the potatoes and or the greens or whatever we're using on that day. And then the sauces are on the side. So I guess we're doing something right.
You substituted flour for cornstarch, got Celsius and Fahrenheit confused on your oven, eyeballed every measurement, literally only had half the ingredients, or maybe your meat was dry because you got hungry and ate the butter instead of putting it in the pan. Whatever you did wrong, don't feel bad about it. Just write it down, click 1 star, and hit submit review. Once you finish your meal and prolong starvation for another day.
Oh my god, that reminds, like, have you seen that like thing with the Marie Callender thing where like the lady Sharon something took the picture of a like briquette, like I don't know what she did with those, like a Marie Callender pumpkin pie or something. She goes, "Thanks, Marie Callender, for ruining another Thanksgiving," and like literally ratioed in the comments. Like everybody was, because she you know, it's like, did you forget to take your the pie out of the oven, or did you set your oven to level of the sun? Like, what what did you do? But people do that all the time. It's like, I cannot believe that you didn't tell me that this needed where to put the brown sugar. And it's like, but it said where. Okay, so you're just gonna do everything incorrectly and then blame the person who wrote the rest. Okay, sure.
What are the next steps, you might ask? Well, if you're really looking to become a cooking enthusiast and take things to the next level, it's pretty straightforward. Learn the proper way to dice an onion with both horizontal and vertical cuts.
Are you going to tell me how to do it?
This won't improve the taste of your food, but it will allow you to tell everyone else they're wrong. Purchase a $300 Japanese knife.
I've been so bad. I'm bad at slicing onion. I did just see something, though, that you can, like, do it with the freaking carrot slicer, and I was like mind blown. I haven't needed to cut onions since I saw that, but I was like, I cannot wait to see if that works.
These knives are designed specifically for cutting soft-boiled eggs and green onions to spice up your microwave ramen, but are also the perfect tool for cutting root vegetables on your glass cutting board.
No.
Purchase a cast iron skillet. While many think that this is just an 8-pound frying pan made of solid iron, that would be absolute sacrilege, as a true enthusiast knows that cast iron is not a raw industrial, but a misunderstood relic of the past to be worshipped and sensually oiled, only reaching a climax when your wife gives you the ultimatum that it's her or the pan gets the dishwasher cycle. Purchase an immersion circulator that you call a sous vide and then use it exactly one time. Run out of money. That's pretty much it. Now it's recipe books for Christmas and forearm tattoos until the day you die. At this point, there's probably only one question on your mind. Should I go pro? And while there's not a lot of competition right now, keep in mind that professional chefs have the challenge of working with some of the most insufferable people on the planet. Customers. In addition, you might think, well, if I'm a professional chef, all the food I make for myself would be delicious. Nope, frozen pizza and Jack Daniels. Nevertheless, I don't want to discourage anyone, and it all depends on what you really want from life. For example, if you want to be a pro athlete, your goal is to win a gold medal at the Olympics. If you want to be a pro artist, you hope one day your work hangs in the Louvre. But if you want to be a pro chef, you have to have the dream that one day, however unlikely, a French tire company will finally rate your restaurant 3 stars. Now, if you're looking for a VP...
And they will also not tell you that that's where they're... I just also, apparently, the French tire company, the Michelin company who does the... Also, ExpressVPN, apparently. But I doubt that this link is still valid. But if you go to Casually Explained and click on his latest video, I'm sure that whatever company is sponsoring him there will be happy to have you. So don't forget to do that. But, yeah, no, it's just, I forgot what I was going to say because I got distracted by telling you to go and see this other guy. I will like this video. Like. And I've completely lost my train of thought. It's gone. So, because of that, I'll say, you know, I've worked in the food service industry for a long time. I'm not a cook, though. I do some every plate stuff is usually where I'm at with cooking, and that also depends on, am I working that night or am I doing something else? Because if I don't have to, because all of the recipes lie to you about how long things actually take. Everything takes so much longer than it says. So don't listen to if the recipe says it'll take 10 minutes to prep and 40 minutes to cook, then give yourself 25 minutes to prep and an hour and 10 minutes to cook, because I guarantee you the vegetables need more time in the pan than the recipe tells you. That is my cooking advice. The recipe lies about the times, so always give yourself 2 hours. Unless you're like microwaving something, but I can't ever do that because I don't have a microwave. And so many times the recipe calls for microwave this and this together until it's, I'm like, I can't do that. I don't have one. So anyway, all right. So I learned some stuff about cooking, and I feel like he was correct about the stuff that I knew about. So he seems like a good source of information. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you all in the next video.